Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central.
From the 5th annual Woody's Waterfront Car Show in San Leon, Texas, it's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, we talk with some of the participants in today's event. We'll also have the upcoming events calendar. You have that the first up there? Is that the events calendar that you have there? The events calendar. Okay. So we're going to have that. Conrad is. Mars reviews the Infiniti QX60 after he gets out of the library. Later, you'll hear the stories making automotive news headlines this week. Howdy, along with Mike, out of this world, Mars. Deep in thought over here. King Conrad DeLong. We always need more Jeff Zekin.
We do.
The fabulous David Ainsley, our chief engineer, cook, and bottle washer. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us on this Saturday. We don't know if we're reaching around the globe yet or not, but I'm sure that the boys will figure it out if we're not. If you hear wind noise in our microphones, because it's a beautiful morning down here in San Leon, Texas.
And it's windy.
It's a little bit windy, but no big deal.
There's a song called Windy.
There is, and we can't play it because we get our hands slapped every time we pay one note.
Russia reports us.
I'm thinking about it.
That's why we know we're worldwide, because Russia reports us.
We are worldwide. Yeah, I know.
40 countries.
Is it 40?
40.
40 countries. All right, so, you know what?
When you hit 41, that's when you made it.
Yeah? I think I left the most important piece of paper because I just ripped it off of the news wire. I just ripped it off of the news wire, and now I can't find it.
Okay.
But I will.
Talk amongst yourselves out there.
No, it's okay. I'm just a little verklempt and disheveled.
Oh, boy.
Sure, and he gives me trouble about
you, sir.
You got that there? You got that there? You got that there?
You, sir,
you ready?
You are trouble.
Yes, I am.
I don't know what
Spelled Konrad.
That's it. Did your mom name you that?
It is my dad's father's name.
Conrad with a K.
With a K.
Why is it with a K?
That's the Austrian version. The German version is with a C.
And then there's a big difference between Austria and Germany?
Yeah, yodeling.
To Austrian.
Yodeling.
Yodeling.
Have you ever yodeled?
Nope.
Don't answer that.
Nope.
Because I know where
I've
that
eaten a
would
yodel.
go. I'll bet. Well, I can't find my sheet of paper.
What are you looking for? We'll help you find it.
No, you can't because I'm not finding it myself. I thought that I know that I put it in my briefcase,
Mike,
and I'll probably find it at the end of the show.
Mike, run to the studio and pick up this piece of paper.
Be right back.
Oh, here it is.
Usually Don's got a printer handy.
Find it.
Oh, is this the UAW stuff?
Yes. So we're going to lead with the UAW story because big news from yesterday. I happened to watch the announcement from Sean Fain, not a big fan. UAW President Sean Fain bolstered by a historic show of support by U.S. President Joe Biden, your president, ramped up pressure on the Detroit Three last week as frustrations on both sides of the bargaining table spilled into view amid the ongoing strike. The union sent 7,000 more workers in Michigan and Illinois onto picket lines Friday after progress stalled with Ford Motor Company and no significant headway was made with General Motors. A last-minute offer by Stellantis, which is Chrysler, prompted Fain to call off a new walkout against that company. Okay, tit for tat. The union last week expanded the strike to include Ford's Explorer factory in Chicago.
That's a moneymaker.
And a GM crossover plant near Lansing, Michigan. The addition brought the number of workers on strike to about 25,000, or 17% of UAW membership at the automakers. Although Fain suggested that Ford and the union had made progress on wages and benefits, he later said they remained far apart on core economic proposals, including retirement benefits and job security. And it's not over with, and it's not going to be over with for a while. And I've got more stories about the folks that are the ancillary support people that supply the manufacturers, the buttons, the knobs. It's not just about the...
And who?
Ancillary.
Ancillary.
What are you saying?
Nothing. It's just a bad joke.
Yeah, apparently, because I didn't get it. So anyway, the big deal now is the fact that all of the automakers, the auto workers union, are saying that the auto manufacturers have set the bar by, paying executives a lot of money, somewhere in the $20 million a year range.
And GM's going to put a new CEO in. Her name is Helen Waite. And they're going to tell the UAW if they don't like it, they can go to Helen Waite.
See, you didn't know.
I practice these jokes.
You didn't know. You were tuned into a car show. But now we've got comedy or attempted comedy and other fine things that we're going to deal with. So while these boys are all over here gathering.
All three of the CEOs make over $20 million a year.
That's correct. They do. So they've kind of set the bar and really set themselves up for a huge strike. Wait a minute. You're making over $20 million a year, and here I am making $30 an hour?
$38 an hour.
Whatever.
And they want a 40% raise.
Yeah. Well, at that rate, somebody's going to have to take a little cut in pay, don't you think? If they pass that?
I would think so, because it's going to have a serious impact on the price of cars.
Yeah.
The increase of the cost of labor by 40% is going to have a major impact on the price of cars.
Yeah, and they're not going to sell cars. So for those automakers that are part of the UAW.
Well, and it's already impacting the parts business. Because what I do for a full-time job, talking to a bunch of dealerships, and come to find out that they all got a letter last Friday from GM Parts and Stellantis Parts saying they have received their last parts shipment until the strike's over, because all the parts facilities are UAW employees. So they're not packing stuff up and shipping it out right now. Right. So if you've got a car in the shop waiting on GM Parts, you're going to be waiting a long time.
Now, if I've got the inkling to buy a new car, am I going to buy a car that is maybe not having parts available for it if it breaks down? Or am I going to buy a car that's not involved in the UAW, and I can do all of that?
That's the gamble both UAW and the big three are playing, is that they're still going to have loyal customers after the strike's over, because what's going to happen, and they've seen it happen in the past, is people are going to go shop other brands. And when they shop other brands, be it Toyota, Honda, Nissan, or whoever,
Kia,
they may never come back.
That's right. And the fact that, there are a lot of cars manufactured in Mexico. I don't think that they're part of the UAW.
Lots of Fords are manufactured in Mexico, and lots of GMs.
But are they part of the UAW down there?
No. All of the four-wheel drive utilities, Suburbans, Escalades, Tahoes, Yukons, the four-wheel drives are built in Silao in Mexico. And then lots of other stuff. Ford's got a bunch of plants in Mexico as well. So all of that stuff's still in production. But that's why the UAW is doing these targeted strikes, because some of the plants in the United States ship parts to Mexico to be assembled for those vehicles to be shipped back into the United States. So the UAW knows what parts are going where and how to impact the profit of the big three. But let's see. I want to negatively impact the profit of the big three who pay my employees' salaries. There's something wrong in that equation, but that's what it's all about.
I really don't see any end to this in the near future.
I don't see a good end to this at all. I really don't see a good end to this at all. Because the cost of labor is a majority part of the cost of building a vehicle. And then the other thing, and we talked about it last week with the professor from North Carolina State, is the impact it's going to have on, you called it the ancillary, the Tier 2 and Tier 3, and primarily the Tier 3 suppliers. They build that one little widget that gets shipped to another supplier that builds the big piece. Well, if that guy that builds that one little
The
widget,
knob on the radio.
yeah, if he goes out of business, there's no more knobs on the radio.
Right. And you can't ship the car without a knob on the radio.
Right. So we'll see how long-term that impact is. You know, the strike back in 2009 did that as well as the economic collapse of 2009. So, yeah, it's going to have a huge negative impact.
You're of that age that I could see, well, you know, Mom and Dad had a Honda Accord, so we goosed that up, and we had the 4-door Accord that made a lot of noise with that garbage can exhaust system on it.
Oh yeah.
And you're not that.
No, I'm a little before that generation, I think.
Are you?
Yeah.
His
Well, you
Accord
don't look
would be
it.
tubbed out with an LS in it.
Said that again?
Your Accord would be tubbed out with an LS in it.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So tell me, how long have you had this car? Where'd you get it from?
So I was looking for a long time because I wanted the early 60s model, you know, the shoebox.
The Chevy II.
Yeah, and the 66, 67 was such a popular model, and it still is a popular model, and I kind of wanted something that wasn't so popular, and so I looked for probably about a year and a half. Drove to Dallas, and just kind of my price range, I just see nothing but rust bucket junk.
Yeah.
You know, there's a bunch of that out there, and so I waited off for about another year, and actually, of all things, it kind of seems like it's fallen in the past. I found this car off of Craigslist.
Craigslist?
How
long ago was that?
3 years ago.
Yeah.
So I've owned this car just over 3 years now. Just started putting type searches, and I found it out of North Carolina.
Oh, wow.
And,
that's a long haul.
Yeah. And actually, you know, I bought this vehicle sight unseen. I popped up in the morning. I was sitting there just doing my normal routine, scrolling through Craigslist and Marketplace and all the car sites, and I came across this, and at the bottom it kind of tells you how long the listing's been on, and it looked like he posted around midnight, and this was 6 in the morning, and so I said, well, there's an opportunity here.
Sure.
So I jumped on and sent him a message. He had a cell phone on there, and we exchanged numbers or text message back and forth, and sent me a ton of videos. And about a week and a half later, going back and forth, it was on a box truck heading this way.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
How did you? Did he have the car a long time?
He built it. He started, I think, the build in 13, and basically it was pretty much built out the way it sits now. I've kind of done a few modifications to it, changed some things, interior, wheels, braking, stuff like that that need a little bit more upgrade or put my touch to it.
So you said that it's got an LS in it.
Yes, sir.
What LS?
It's the LS1, and
it's my Corvette motor.
Got a stroker kit in it, and
well, you beat me there.
It's
power hours?
No
Super
power
truck?
hours, not yet at least.
Yeah.
So it's
what
it's
transmission?
actually the turbo 350.
Okay.
Or no, I'm sorry, I got 700 R4 in that. The turbo's in the other one. 700 R4 in that, and it's got it puts about, I think, about 550. We had it dynoed at.
Nice.
So it's got, you know, good set of heads on it, and whole car's completely built, frame up, 4-link in the back.
Really?
12-bolt rear, 373 gear.
Nice build. Nice build.
Yeah, and I, you know, I was heavy on the electronic side of LS, and actually when I got this, it had a carburetor on it. So it kind of caught my eye. I said, okay, well, I got to start learning about this a little bit more. And the car was a little tricky. It had a Holley 750 in it, and I've got a friend over in Mississippi that he's a Nova guy, and he's like, man, we got to put fuel injection on it. So about a year and a half, we put the Holley Sniper on it, and haven't even looked back.
So that LS1 originally came with a fuel injection system on it.
That is correct.
Yeah, and they took it off and went with a carburetor.
Yeah, exactly.
Weird. Why would you do that?
I don't know. I guess maybe a little special touch, something different.
Well, and they also make kits to put a distributor on them as well, which I always thought was odd. Why would you go backwards in the technology to drop the FI or to drop the distributorless ignition systems? But some people do because they want that uniqueness.
Absolutely.
Pop the hood and people look at it and go, huh?
How's that thing run? You know, they see the coil packs on top and go, there's a carburetor on there? What? Well, let me think about this. This doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, that Holley, man, you turn the key, prime it, and man, she fires up every time. Instead of pumping that gas with that Holley 750 in there, and wanting to die, and
pump it twice, set the choke, and
exactly.
Hope it lights.
Haven't looked back, but I mean, the car's enjoyable. I drive it as much as I can.
Did you drive it down here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yep.
Where do you live?
Santa Fe, Texas.
Santa Fe.
No, you're not
Yes,
too
sir.
far away.
No, not far. And, I spent probably about 4 or 5 hours yesterday cleaning it up, and, I was worried about the chance of rain, and I guess on the way here, there was a storm that came through Santa Fe, and the roads were just completely wet for about 10 miles.
Of course they were.
So.
And then you worked another hour here trying to get all that cleaned up.
Exactly.
Been there, done that, brother.
That's why I got here early.
Yeah.
So have you taken it to other shows as well?
I have taken it to some other small local shows. I'm actually I'm looking forward to putting an Autorama this year.
Yes. Good.
I've got some friends that have done it in the past, and I just I didn't have the time last year to do it, and I just for the first time went up there just to experience it and see what it was all about.
So you'd never been before?
I'd never been to Autorama before.
Really?
Good experience.
Yeah,
it's a very good experience.
It's pretty nice. I hear there's a few headaches, getting cars in and out, kind of as a cluster, but that's, when you're trying to put, 400, 500 cars inside a building, what do you expect? So,
and then you kind of get the clubs that all want to come in together, so they all park together as well. So.
Exactly. But I'm looking forward to it.
A little piece of advice is make sure that you don't try to get in with more than a quarter of a tank of gas, because the fire marshal will go,
Good one.
Then you got to go drain it.
Either drain it or drive it around.
Well, that's a good note. No one's told me that. So,
yeah, well, there you go.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
Be better off if you have a locking gas cap as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and a way to quick disconnect your battery. And the dumbest thing is they want the positive cable disconnected, not the negative cable. Technically, a technician's always going negative cable first, but at Autorama they want the positive cable disconnected, and they'll give you a little bag to kind of like a Crown Royal bag to put over the positive battery cable. So,
okay.
And that way when they walk by, they'll see. And once you get set up in your space, you'll go through a tech coming in. Then once you get set up in your space, they're going to come by and check to make sure that the battery's properly disconnected.
Hey, be sure and stop by and say hello to us. We'll be up there in the middle, as we are every year.
Absolutely.
According to Mr. Mars. Is that right, Mr. Mars?
Yes, sir. They got the contract back the other day. We're good.
We're looking good.
Good.
Well,
awesome.
There's a first. We're looking good.
You know what? Let's start setting up now.
Yeah, that's
we
it.
can do that.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for stopping by.
Absolutely.
Good luck to you today. Hope you walk away with a big trophy.
I hope so. Thanks,
All right,
guys.
brother. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Time now for the events calendar, not the cruising calendar, the events calendar. And speaking of which, I think that you'll have in there the Autorama, because you realize that this is October 1.
Autorama, Thanksgiving weekend, as
Yes.
it is every year at the George R. Brown Convention Center. And we'll be there live on Saturday, probably be there Thursday, maybe a little bit Thursday.
We'll be there
Friday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
That's right.
We're in for the whole
come
thing.
Come by and see us. And other stuff going on is the All British Car Show at the Butler House off of Gosling Road.
They're going to push the cars in?
They're going to tow them out. But if you stay long enough, you can sit there and you can listen to the cars rust.
There's
Listen to them rust.
there's a sponsor that we'll never have.
No, we won't.
Maybe the Wreckers, though.
The 38th annual Wolf Creek Car and Truck and Bike Show at Wolf Creek Park in Cold Spring. The 4th annual Memorial Benefit Taps and Turbo Car Show at No Label Brewing in Katy, and that's going to be on November 4th. Cruise in Silsbee is tonight as well in Kirby Memorial Stadium in Silsbee, Texas. And then Mars, when he leaves here, he's going to go to the Nederland Avenue, Texas downtown cruise and show off the truck.
Are you, Mars?
Okay. Yes, sir.
I'll bet you are not.
The Northside
Of course
Mustang
not.
Club, who they always tune into the show, and we have them on with some frequency. They're having their fall open car show November 4th at Bull Salas Park in New Caney, Texas.
Bull Salas.
Bull, Bullsallas Park in New Caney, Texas.
Okay.
And then the 17th annual Heroes and Hot Rods Veterans Day weekend in downtown Bastrop. held by the Bastrop area cruisers.
Well, thank you, sir. You know, just watching you read that, out of the corner of my eye, I see this great big, humongous, orange-yellow crane over there, and I'm thinking, what in the world could they be doing? This is an area where a lot of boats are docked. Are they dredging one out of there, do you think?
Possibly.
Yeah, it could be. Anyway, we're at the Top Water Grill today at Woody's Waterfront Car Show at San Leon, Texas.
At the end of San Leon, because you go any further than this and you get wet.
Yeah, right out in Galveston Bay.
Yeah.
So there's that. All right, Mr. Mars.
But what a beautiful day.
Has the in-wheel time review of the Infiniti QX60. Go, Mr. Mars.
So this is the 2024 Infiniti QX60 Autograph all-wheel drive. Now this vehicle was redesigned in 2022, so they've kind of cleaned it up and made a few little updates to it for 2024. There's still 4 trim levels: the Pure, the Luxe, the Sensory, and the Autograph, which is the one that we have. So we were riding in some real style here with the top of the line. This is a 3-row mid-sized luxury SUV. It can be 6 or 7 passenger. Ours was a 6-passenger because we had the second row captain's chairs. And on the outside of it, of course, you're going to find that they've got the new Radiant Grille emblem, got a lighting package that includes the adaptive headlights, black roof rails, got power folding heated side mirrors, a power lift gate, got a panoramic sunroof. And the vehicle comes standard with some 18-inch wheels, but we happen to be rolling on the 20-inch aluminum wheels that look really, really nice. Going to the inside, you're looking at the leather seating surfaces with some ash wood trim. It's really sharp-looking wood trim there. It's real wood. First row has got power seating, got that's heated, got massaging on the first row.
Oh.
Second row is heated because we do have the captain's chairs in there. Up front, we got a 12.3-inch center stack monitor, and that's where you're going to find all your convenience controls, your backup camera, all your warning systems are all right there. The driver has a 10.8-inch heads-up display, which is really nice, really big. You get a lot of information up there.
Can you see the cars ahead of you?
If you look over the top of the HUD.
Just checking.
Yeah,
Is it configurable, though, the driver's eye instrument?
Some of it is, yes.
That's cool. I like that. I think that's a great feature.
And we also happen to be rolling with the Bose 17-speaker audio system with lots of USB ports and power wireless charging for your cell phone. Now, up under the hood, we had a 3.5-liter V6, 295 horsepower, 270 pound-feet of torque, backed by a 9-speed automatic transmission. Properly equipped, this vehicle will tow 6,000 pounds. EPA says you should be looking for 20 out in the city, Highway 25, combined 22. Now, I drove this vehicle 461 miles, pretty busy week. I got 20.9 miles per gallon average for that 461 miles.
That's pretty good.
There are 5 drive modes, so you get a lot of selections there that you can choose to drive it. It's very easy to drive in the city. Even though it's a 3-row vehicle, it's not that big, and the steering end is very responsive, and it's very comfortable to drive out on the highway. You can sit there and cruise. I can see you running this all the way across Texas for about 20 hours. Now, the base QX60, you can get into this vehicle for $50,485. Now, the base Autograph is sitting at $66,100, and the MSRP on the vehicle we were driving is $69,240. You're looking for something to compare it to, you might look at an Acura MDX, starts at $49,850. The Audi Q7 steps up to $55,930 to start. And then if you really want to get out there, go to the Mercedes-Benz GLE for $62,650 to start. But it runs right in there as one of those mid-sized luxury SUVs. It's got plenty of room and plenty of power for the size of vehicle it is. And that's my review of the 2024 QX60.
Did you have it last week?
Yes. Yes.
So you turned it in on Thursday.
Yes, I did.
What did you get?
I got another Kia, the Kona. With the
Kona? Oh, the new Kona.
Yeah, with the black stripe on the side of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's growing on me.
Kona.
Is it?
Yeah.
Kia's got some issues.
Kind of like that tumor.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Do you have a tumor?
Tuma.
A Tuma.
Tuma.
You know, I think every Kia and Hyundai known to man is being recalled.
Only for a fire.
Well,
and they're recalling them for a fire because they've already recalled them for engines and connecting rod failures.
it's rather disappointing, actually, because, you know, I have always been a fan of Kia and Hyundai, but 3 million cars being recalled,
That's all of them.
it's a little, I was just going to say, it's
all
every
of
car that they've ever built, isn't it?
Well, or sold in this country.
Holy Toledo.
And then on top of that, they, their 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, that's only eligible for the original owner of the vehicle. If you buy one used,
You're screwed.
It's $560, which is where everybody else is. So don't buy a used Kia or Hyundai thinking you're going to get a 100,000-mile powertrain warranty.
Ooh.
You don't.
Because I know the EVs are carrying that same 100,000 mile.
Yeah.
But it's good to know that if you buy a used EV, you don't got that.
Right. And that's not unusual. You got to think 100,000-mile warranty when they're recalling the engines and recalling the for fires and engine failures. It's expensive to the company that sells them, so that's why they cut that warranty in half. You got to think General Motors back in the early 2000s, they had a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty on it for about 3 years, and then they said, "Oops, that's too expensive. We're going to go back down to
people found out about that.
Yeah, 360."
Yeah, that's certainly not a good thing. Hey, the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com, and podcasts are available on over a dozen of the most popular podcast outlets. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
The original group of Loopy Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Loopy Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Loopy Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Loopy Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Loopy Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Loopy's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggie Land? Head to the Loopy Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Loopy Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Loopy Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. You own a car you love. Well, why not let Gulf Coast Auto Shield protect it? Houstonian John Gray invites you to his state-of-the-art facility to introduce you to his specialist team of auto enthusiasts. We promise you'll be impressed. Whether you're looking to massage your original paint to a like-new appearance, apply a ceramic coating, install a paint protection film, nano-ceramic window tint, or new windshield protection called ExoShield, Gulf Coast Auto Shield is where Houston's car people go. Curbed your wheels? Instead of buying new, why not have them repaired? How about a professionally installed radar detector? Gulf Coast Auto Shield does that too. Get a peek inside the shop and look at the services offered by getting online and heading to gcautoshield.com. Better yet, stop by their facility at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway, and get a personal tour. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your place to go for all things exterior. Call them today, 832-930-5655 or gcautoshield.com.
Rogers Dab Chevrolet and GM Performance is proud to be a part of America's largest block party. It's the 27th annual Cruising the Coast, October 1st through the 8th. Great antique, classic, hot rod, and dragsters all along a 30-mile stretch of beach. Bay St. Louis, Biloxi, Gulfport, Ocean Springs, Pascagoula, and more. Rogers Dab Chevrolet and GM Performance will be on site October 5th through the 8th at the Mississippi Gulf Coast Coliseum, manning the Chevrolet trailer displays. Come see us for additional information at cruisingthecoast.com. Biggest race in the country. Also, Rogers Dab Chevrolet GM Performance is proud to be a part of the 10th annual Lone Star 600 at Devil's Bowl Speedway in Mesquite. October 6th and 7th, $25,000 to win. Any car can race and is locked into the race. 300 laps, both nights, 7 o'clock start times. Racers from all around the U.S. and beyond. Additional information at LoneStar600.com. Rogers Dab Chevrolet and GM Performance.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In-Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora,